Liz Kendall's up, let's listen.
And to deliver a better life for millions of people across our country. Our plans are rooted in principles and values I know many in this House share. Compassion for those who need our help most. A belief in equality and social justice, that everyone should have the chance to fulfil their potential no matter where they're born or what their parents did. And responsibility for our constituents and our country as a whole, so we ensure the welfare state is sustainable and lasts for generations to come. But the system we inherited is failing on all these counts. Members opposite left us with a system that incentivises people to define themselves as incapable of work just to be able to afford to live. They then wrote people off without any help or support and then blamed them to grab a cheap headline. The result is 2.8 million people out of work due to long-term sickness. And 1 in 8 of all our young people not in education, employment or training, with all the terrible long-term consequences this brings for their future job prospects, earnings and health. And the number of people on disability benefits set to more than double this decade, with awards for personal independence payments increasing at twice the rate of increases in the prevalence of disabled people in our society, adding 1,000 new PIP awards a day. That's the equivalent of adding a city the size of Leicester every single year. And I do not believe, let me make some progress, I do not believe that this is sustainable if we want a welfare state that protects people who most need our help for generations to come. Mr. Speaker, there is nothing compassionate about leaving millions of people who could work without the help they need to build a better life. There's no route to equality or social justice when 9 million of our fellow citizens are out of work and not looking at work for work, and when our country has one of the widest disability employment gaps in Europe. And there is no responsibility in leaving our system of social security to continue as it is and risk support for it becoming so frayed that it is no longer there to provide a safety net for those who can never work and who most need our help and support. So this bill, alongside our wider reforms, will help people who can work to do so, protect those who cannot, and begin to get the benefits bill on a more sustainable footing. Labour's historic mission is to get more people into good jobs, because we know the value of good work, not only as the best route out of poverty and to raising living standards, but because good work brings a sense of purpose, pride and dignity, and because there is such clear evidence that good work is good for physical and mental health too.
Mr. Speaker, we are staring down the barrel of a crisis that no serious government can ignore. The welfare system no longer works as it should. What was once a safety net has become a trap. A system designed to protect the most vulnerable is now encouraging dependency and dragging this country into deeper debt. Mr. Speaker, the welfare system is a crucial safety net for the poorest and the most vulnerable in our society. So I was quite surprised, Mr. Speaker, at the tone that the Secretary of State decided to take today. She thinks that she can stand there and get away with the fiction that all of this was caused by the last government. So let me refresh their memories, especially for those who were not here at the time. In 2010, we inherited 8% unemployment, and we brought it right down. The last Conservative government reformed welfare to introduce universal credit, and our reforms helped ensure that employment more than halved and was at a near record low. What have we seen since they came in? Unemployment has risen every single month that Labour came into office. Mr. Speaker, during our time, indeed 800 jobs were created for every day that we were in office. And at the same time, until the COVID pandemic, we kept spending under control, cutting the deficit every year. But COVID changed everything. It did. Now we face a new... Mr. Speaker, it is delightful to hear them laughing. I remember us sitting on that side of the House, and they were demanding that we spend more and more and more money. Thank God it was Conservatives who were there under COVID. Labour would have bankrupted the country. We face, Mr. Speaker, we face a new reality. Under this government, every single working day, 3,000 people move on to incapacity benefits. 3,000 every single day. That is a 50% increase from when we left office. A 50% increase. They have only been in power 1 year, Mr. Speaker. Imagine what it's going to be like after the next 4 years. A 50% increase, 3,000 people onto incapacity benefits every day. That is not normal, it is not sustainable, and it is not acceptable. Spending is spiraling under Labour, Mr. Speaker.